not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, so much going on in the world of the National Football League. The divisional round will be played this weekend. Unfortunately, Duval not part of the divisional round.
I was going to say, I don't care about that.
It just sucks. Well, you got to look ahead. You got to look on. But yeah, it do suck, as I've been telling people. That's for sure. But we got some Jaguar topics that we will get into. We mentioned it in the handoff just a minute ago. Here comes the judge with an offensive MVP, a defensive MVP. I feel like we'll get the audience involved a little bit on dropping the gavel as far as the candidates for the offensive side and candidates for the defensive side, because it ain't just a clear Leon takes one, Matt takes the other. There's a number of guys that you could look at on both sides of the ball. So we will get into that as we go along today, because this football team took a lot of good steps forward. The further we get away from an L, Leon, I think maybe the more we appreciate all the other stuff that did take place.
Well,
It's hard though.
yeah, well, listen, the grand scheme of things, the ultimate goal is to win Vince Lombardi. All right. So there's 32 teams. Those 31 teams are going to seem like failures. All right. Only one team is going to hold the trophy. All right. So the Jaguars, in that perspective, failed. But as far as the season goes, as far as the way they flipped the script from 4-13 to 13-4, there's a lot of good.
Yeah.
Moving forward with this team, 16 for sure. I mean, he accelerated his play, touchdowns, yardage, completion rate was about 60%, double-digit turnovers. Double-digit interceptions or something to look concerned. ATN. It's a plethora of guys that you could point to that this regime resurrected their careers,
right,
based upon the way they played last year.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at 13 wins.
Yeah.
13 wins.
Yeah.
From 4-13 to 13-4. I mean, I don't know how you don't just look at that and say, all right, this has been a win-win no matter what. Look, we all wanted them to win that game.
Yeah.
They should have won that game.
Yeah.
They were the better team on the field that day. They should have won the game. They didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't see how you cannot have anything but, all right, this is a huge first step. And I mean a huge first step. And now the reality is this. Look, they've raised the bar. No matter what the 30 years before them was, a majority of those just all kind of bad.
Yeah.
They've raised the bar now.
Well,
now this city expects 13.
Yeah, exactly.
Now this city expects a division round, an AFC championship, maybe even a Super Bowl. So they've raised that bar now. Now, here's the key. They raised the bar in 2020.
Right.
2023 as well, right?
22,
excuse me,
yeah.
22.
Yeah.
And then look what happened.
Right.
So now the question is, how does this group respond? How does this front office respond? How do these players respond?
Yeah. And look, the building blocks are there, but just going to the one very simple point that you just made, sticking and staying in the postseason is not easy.
No.
This city has witnessed that time and time again, and I'll roll through some of the division titles that other teams have collected for a lot of years. See Mike Tomlin up in Pittsburgh, the amount of non-losing seasons that cat had up in Pittsburgh, and who knows where it will go from here with them. But that's what you want. You want to be a stick and stay, and so we'll definitely get into it today. Now, when you start thinking about the divisional round and we talked about it, like, did Buffalo just come out of this game and just get up on their horse and get red hot, Leon? Because it was such an important game for either of these teams to win. It was viewed as the toughest game that either will play. I don't believe that, but because I think every weekend is an absolute struggle in the National Football League.
I don't know if Buffalo played with any desperation, but everybody,
they were methodical.
They were methodical. They were. Josh Allen was surgical in this game, especially with the big plays. We gave up too many big plays, and we didn't expose them for what they were defensively, where they couldn't stop the run. But in saying all that,
right?
Even Tony Romo, who was covering it, said both of these teams go to the Super Bowl, both of them. So it's kind of Jacksonville felt they got the odd hand in the game because more than likely if they hadn't have played, maybe something different, but they had to play, and Buffalo came through. I mean, we played well enough to win, and we didn't, and that's the unfortunate thing about it because Buffalo was good, but we were just as good. We answered the bell when they scored. We answered the bell, gave them too much time. Josh Allen came down and ultimately won the game for them. But we was in position. It was never a time where you felt that the Jaguar teams wasn't in position to compete for the game because they played well.
Offense kept getting the lead back. Unfortunately, they weren't able to hang on to it. The exit presser with Jimmy Gladstones and Liam Coen today. That's Harry Potter and Gene Wilder that sat in front of the podium, in front of the microphone at the podium today. And both of them, like I said, them and Big Bo. I think. I think it might have been Coach Duffner on both sides of the ball, named them the three wise men. I kind of like that. and so that triumvirate has come in here, and they definitely have changed the narrative, changed the mindset, changed the field, changed the future in a lot of ways. So they had their exit presser today, and we'll play a handful of these sound bites. But at the core of this is who stays and who do you move on from? It's kind of the discussion that we had a little bit yesterday is the five guys that you viewed as starters, Leon, in that game that you may need to move on from because you need to get better at those positions. So that's basically what Jimmy Gladstones and Liam
They always look at the upgrade, bro.
Yeah.
You can't sit on your hands, especially in the offseason. You got to get better at certain positions. You might want to look what you typically do, and Coach Ingram said it, what you typically do is you look within a division. Is there anybody within the division that we could take from another team that's going to help us?
Right. And not only that, if you go back to 2022, and I know this is a completely different front office, but in 2022, they didn't add to the pass rush. They didn't change the offensive line. They doubled down on the offensive line, then did it again a year later.
Well, it was two different groups that in other words constructed that offensive line when you take a look at it.
Still
I know
down.
The bulky people doubled down.
They ran it back.
Yeah.
I'm saying they did it in 22 and 23 is what I'm saying.
Yes, I'm saying the bulky led group doubled down. Then this group changed.
No, I wasn't even talking about this group. I'm saying
right.
if and again, like I said, I know it's different front offices, but you got to learn from your mistakes.
Remember when they asked Bulky, it was Blue, and they asked Bulky, like, well, why didn't you go get a pass rusher?
Yeah.
It was after the season, and like everyone knew that they needed a pass rusher, and he's like, I don't like who was even out there. I don't. And then Rick like goes off like
he
on
started
five
naming
guys,
them.
and Bulky's like, dang,
who
I didn't expect that.
Plus, they let go of the guy who built the Buckman Bridge too.
Yeah, exactly. Arden Key. Yeah, the guy's responsible for. That's why we call this place Seven Bridges Radio. Okay, because of Arden Key. All right, but we'll get into all of it today just a little bit, and then like we said, every day we get a little further away from Sunday, and every day we get a little closer into free agent. These are the types of decisions that they're going to have to make. Jimmy Gladstone's was asked a couple of the questions as far as extending guys. We'll get into a few of those comments as far as have you had discussions with, say, a Brenton Strange, a Parker Washington. Those are the guys that you're looking at. And when you start talking MVP, you start thinking about a handful of guys. Brenton Strange really came on as the season went along. Parker, we know, balled his fanny off. Jacoby came in and instantly made himself so important. You can go ETN, Cole Van Lannon. You can go Trevor when it comes to offensive MVP. So you guys got to select here coming up in just in a few moments, and then we'll do a little Here Comes the Judge for the offensive side in about 15 minutes or so, and then the defensive side. Because you go to the defense, Devin. Obviously, what Antonio Johnson was able to do to catch up with him. There's not. Yeah.
143 tackles.
Yes. Aluakon was unreal and probably a little underappreciated. Josh Hines-Allen, even though it wasn't double digits, when it was all said and done, came on strong when he needed to. There's a few other ones. I'm just looking to see who you're going to select. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to set the table.
It won't be Josh Allen.
I don't think so. I don't think Josh Hines.
On that.
Yeah. Josh Hines. I'm trying to set the table. Okay. Listen, it's lunchtime. I got to set the table. All right.
We got some things coming.
Leon and I both looked at you like,
exactly.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm just trying.
Just bringing up guys.
Yeah, I just won the bet. That's all. I just wanted to say his name because it was.
Yeah, he did win us lunch.
Yeah, Matt's paying off a bet.
Great.
He's actually paying off your bet
You
right
won the
now.
better of it. No,
yes, he still has
I'm
two
paying
more.
one of yours off.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't mind him doubling up. I really don't because he's
No, don't do that, Joe.
Okay.
Do not do that.
all right. Drop that.
This is
cut that.
yeah.
Knock
I'm gonna
that out.
dump
Well, it's
that.
either that or I'm just going to get you like some fast food.
So
That's what he
Still
wants anyway.
counts.
He wants that fast food anyway.
fast food is still like $1,000 nowadays.
All right, we got plenty to get into. The Golf Club of Southampton, they have got a great experienced golf course waiting for you. You go inside, you can order up some delicious food on their menu as well. And then the practice area, you might have that kind of that goal this season. I'm going to take 5, 6, 7, whatever the number is, off your handicap. You can check out the practice range program and jump in and start working on your game. Call 287-PLAY. It's the Golf Club of Southampton. They bring you Wednesdays right here on XLP. So plenty from the exit presser with the GM and the head coach that we will feed you during XL Primetime today.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. The tape doesn't lie, and neither does he. Jeff Lockeman breaks down the film and shares his insights with you Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Check the tape Tuesday, checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's a new year, and whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and with Prize Picks, it always feels great to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. So all you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple. And now PrizePicks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At PrizePicks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all PrizePicks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the PrizePicks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago, went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference. But what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Happy New Year from Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is 2026. Is this what you've been waiting for? Is the time now for you to drop the weight with Awaken 180 Weight Loss? Look, the time was right for me. I had to do something. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, just couldn't believe it, man. I was going down a bad path. Found out about the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss, started talking with a coach, and instantly I knew that is exactly what I needed. Awaken 180 changed my life. I lost over 100 pounds. Guys, take it from somebody that lost triple digits on this program. It worked for me. It will work for you. No shots, no pills. You do it the natural way with the terrific coaching of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or go to Awaken180weightloss.com and do what I did with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
XL Primetime, thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton on a little bit of an overcast Wednesday. Not as cold as maybe it's going to be tomorrow. So you can head on out to the Golf Club of Southampton, check out what they got cooking. Call 287-PLAY, and then maybe head on in and order you a delicious basket of wings and a cold ultra. That'll be awesome, ending the day like that. All right, now we're talking Jaguar football. The exit presser took place with Jimmy Gladstone's and Liam Coen earlier. We want you to hear a handful of the things, and then we'll get into our little Here Comes the Judge. With the offensive MVP, both Serse and Maddie will select a candidate, and they will argue on their behalf, and we'll see who wins that one, and then we'll get over to the defensive side. But let's get to these guys, okay? Coach Coen to start, Leon. Listen to what he has to say. We're going to play a handful of these sound bites, but jump in after this. So the way Liam Coen visualized this year, I really don't know exactly what he thought he was capable of as a first-time head coach, but he was asked the question, when did he actually know that this was a special group that they could really put together a memorable season?
Yeah, I think you can point to a number of different times throughout training camp that you felt like the team was responding to the message. They were responding to challenges. They were practicing their asses off. Every day that we kind of went out on the grass and competed, these guys continued to elevate and set new standards. And so you feel good about the way that they're responding. And, you kind of always look to, when is the drop-off going to happen throughout training camp and early in the season? And you didn't really sense that. You didn't feel that too often. And so you feel like you've got a group that is at least on the right path. And what that equals and what that comes out to be from a win-loss standpoint, you never know. But you're excited. You're excited about working with the group and how they're going to continue to respond and play on Sundays. And so you did feel it at an early part of the season in terms of, all right, we're not afraid to go compete with the best. We're going to go play any place, anytime, anywhere, and see what those results are. So I was proud about the group early on, and you just kind of see what it looks like throughout the midway through the season and keep evaluating.
Yeah, I mean, from a coach's perspective, that's all you could ask for because, we didn't really know what the project was going to look like until we saw it actually play on week one against Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. But he's got that association with the guys early on in meetings, in practice, in the weight room, how they're competing, how they're being professional about watching film and taking notes and all that kind of stuff. So, and there is a little law when it comes to training camp. Guys get tired and get fatigued and maybe not as energetic. And he's saying that these guys stayed afloat, was excited about competing, getting after each other. So, yeah, that gives you a little insight. But, I mean, that's a perspective that only a coach can give you. Because us on the outside looking in, and this was a 4-13 team with pretty much, a lot of the guys from the suck was still there. And how was he going to get those guys to play above board? But he did. He get everybody bored in, and they turned it around.
Yeah, get the uck out of the suck from last year. And anybody who watched the hunt last night, it dropped. I guess it's at least the final one for the season. Mm-hmm. But another tremendous job from Patrick Cavanaugh, Dave DeCantis, all of them there at the social team. Just incredible. You can go check it out at Jaguars.com. But it pieces together some of those moments that Leon's referring to, Matty, in the practice area. We don't get to see practice once the regular season starts. And that's when I think he started calling on guys and they started working on concepts and ideas and the growth of Trevor and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to push back just a little bit, only because I think I think they had a good feeling about where they were headed. I don't think anybody knew until this thing played out on the field what it was going to be like. Yeah. And I don't think any coach knows that. I mean, I think you can tell by the way they practice, by their habits, by their preparation, definitely. But I don't think any of us realized the extent of it until it started out with some a couple really impressive wins early, the Texans and the 49ers.
Yeah.
Then you take those 2 body blows, and they were big body blows to the Seahawks and the Rams. And then
And don't forget the Chiefs, too, because that was another early.
Another good win, right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you take the one blow that almost brings you to your knees.
Yeah.
And then what happens? You just like a rocket ship.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's these guys learned how to play with each other.
Yeah.
I think they learned how to trust the system. I think they figured it out. And I think that's why Trevor grew so much in the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He knew the system, he understood it better, and he grew within it.
And I think everyone started challenging themselves, and the coach staff challenged him. Hey, we're just getting started here. This ain't the finish line, pal. You need to kick a little A and kick it into higher gear. But just to your point, 3-1, you're feeling pretty damn good. You picked off Mahomes. You beat the Chiefs. The stumble, Ruski turned into a huge Monday night win. And then after that, you can't score against Seattle. You get hammered against L.A. You turn the ball over against Arizona a bunch. You got to go to overtime to beat them. You barely beat the Raiders, on and on and on. And so then you're doubting yourself. Then you lose a 17-point fourth-quarter lead. You're doubting yourself even more. And then all of a sudden, they kick it into another gear.
You know that
part's good.
That famous GIF online with
GIF.
Whatever you guys call it, man. I think it's GIF, isn't it?
It'll be a
never-ending argument.
People have always said GIF, but it actually is GIF.
I believe it's from. It's either Japan or Korea, maybe. It's where the martial arts guys, they're like getting kicked in the crotch as part of like being tough.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Over and
Texans
over.
game, over and over. That Texans game was like that.
Yeah.
Like you were like, oh, this might be a problem.
Oh,
this might be a big problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just took off like a rocket ship. And I think that, to me, that was like, all right, now you realize you've got the right coach, you got the right GM, you got the right vice president. This is what this team is now.
And it's probably not right to do this right now, Leon, but Denver always gives Jacksonville credit for kicking them.
Shannon Sharp says all the time.
Yeah, kicking them into gear for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But that game, you guys won it, and it was a springboard for you.
Yeah.
And they lost, and it was a springboard for them. It's kind of like that's the same thing with Houston and Jacksonville this year.
Yeah, we felt the blunt of that the next year when we went up there. They beat us 42.
I was up there for that one. I remember that one, too. All right, so let's get back to Liam Coen and Jimmy Gladstone's. This is Coach Coen on how he views Brian Thomas Jr. as a long-term fit as one of the top receivers.
Yeah, I think you point to wins and losses as really what comes down to. And when you're a part of a team that wins, typically that wealth is shared. And so it's never truly going to be about one player. I continue to pour into every single one of these guys, as will Edgar Bennett and as will Grant and as will our entire staff, to continue to pour into guys to try to get the most out of them, to help our team win as many games as humanly possible. And BT will 100% be a part of that.
Edgar Bennett, wide receivers coach, Udinski, the coordinator on the offense, and of course what he's doing. But he's saying, hey, you can bash on BTJ, but he, instead of being part of a 4-13 team with 1,000+ yards, he was part of a 13-4 team, and also had an uptick towards the end.
Yeah,
not great, but
well, I mean, he had a rough season starting. It was a lull, and then there was people that was questioning his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
People.
You,
yeah, the rest of our show.
Yeah, exactly. I say people.
But other people.
I'm people.
Us, them, and we.
I'm people thinking. That was questioning his heart because some of those throws. I mean, he was pulling his hands
Alligator
arms, whatever.
And then the double catch too.
Yeah, and the double catch. So I mean, you don't give up on the kid. I'm the last one to say anything about giving up on first rounders because I was a late bloomer too.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard I had to hear the bus about me
chatter
about me or whatever. So I don't think the Jaguars are going to give up on him. You just want to see the kid, and yeah, he was remarkable in the 4-13 season with Mac Jones throwing to him. You just want to see him. You just want him and Trevor have that combination, like Trevor and Parker Washington. They got a jail, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They got a
Yeah,
jail.
they do.
You want to have that same. You want to have that same kind of chemistry with BTJ because he could take the cap off any defense.
All right, so same question posed to Jimmy Gladstone. So let's hear that one and then chime in on it, Matt, because he was also asked how they view BTJ as a long-term fit.
The cool thing about our offensive system, and this is my observation, Liam can dive into the details, is each and every game presents a different problem for an opponent. You never know who it is that's going to pop off. you look back at sort of the output of the collective. We had 3 receivers go over 700 yards. That's abnormal. That's not typical. To be able to spread the wealth, so to speak, is a really positive thing. And with Jacoby's arrival, it certainly allowed BT to continue to level up in areas that fit within the system itself, that were fit for his skill set, and allowed him to be the best version of himself down that back stretch of the season. To your point, BT in particular, when you were talking a little bit about Travis being wide receiver 1, the wide receiver 1 doesn't necessarily exist in the system in the way that you would typically feel like it might.
All right, I got a couple thoughts on that. Number one, it was interesting how he said BT was able to level up within the system. Keywords there, within the system.
Yeah, and level up. Like,
in other
get it
words,
going, man.
in other words, he's not a fit.
Yeah.
Or he wasn't a fit, or he's trying to fit. You don't want guys on your team that are not a fit, trying to fit, may fit. Number two, I think he would admit that it's very good to have like a Puka Nacua. To have a 1.
Yeah.
To have a guy that we need a catch. We've got 55 seconds to go in a game. We're down 3. We need a couple big catches, and we need him to get open against single coverage, double coverage, doesn't matter.
Yeah, your Chase, your Puka,
yes.
Whoever it is.
So I think it's fine. He sounds like he's being very politically correct and saying we've got 3 guys, they're all over 7. I get all of that. They would much rather Brian Thomas Jr. being an elite stud out there at 1.
Yeah,
clear number 1.
Yeah, there's no question they're still looking for that alpha in that room.
Yes.
That says, give me the Keyshawn line, give me the damn ball. I will make the play. And you're going to find out whether or not that can happen. As we said, we're going to argue offensive MVP, and the Jacobys and the Parkers definitely stepped up. Trevor did as well. Okay, so here's Liam Coen on Trevor, the growth, what challenges is he giving him this offseason to take another step? Because I maintain he ain't hit his ceiling yet. Here's Liam on that.
Yeah, I haven't had any of those conversations yet. It's been about a little bit of appreciation, just talked to him briefly about how much I appreciated his work this season, his trust, the growth that he did make, his openness to be coached and coached hard. I think he'd be one of the first ones to tell you there's a lot of work to continue to do and to be done. And so that's what we'll look at for these next few weeks as our coaching staff will, when we get back into the building, all right, what's the 3 better, 3 best that we want to end up providing for each player specifically, and have some of those conversations when we get back in the building.
3 better, 3 best. This was a big discussion on Jags today. And is he simply saying 3 best, that those were good, and then 3 better, we got to find 3 better? I
think it's 3 better become 3 best.
Okay, yeah. And I think Ben Johnson.
I might be wrong. That would be
I like that. Because Ben Johnson has one of those sayings at the end of the Bears whenever they're in the locker room and turn good into great and that kind of stuff. And so maybe that is what he's referring to. All right. It is time.
Gotta love coach speak, man.
Yeah, riddles upon. There's a riddle.
I'm sure that one's really working.
First
with
off,
the players.
he's not a coach. Okay, that's number 1.
No, That was Coen.
No, that was Liam.
No, that was
Coen.
I thought that was James Gladstone.
Okay. Don't get Harry Potter confused with Gene Wilder. Okay,
and
they kind of sound.
Come on,
they
you've
kind
seen
of
him with the
sound
ball.
Yeah. that was all Liam. And 3 better, 3 best. We'll take it.
Then if that's Liam, it's definitely better best. It's definitely your 3 better.
Just because he's a general manager doesn't mean he's not also a coach.
That's exactly right.
You see me on the field with that whistle, man.
Man, he wanted that.
Oh yeah,
so
he
bad.
wanted it bad.
So bad.
All right, so it is time to make your selection on who you're going to argue for. Here comes the judge. Offensive MVP. Your selection is
Van Lannon.
Cole Van Lannon.
Wow! Out of left field, I love it.
All right.
That's right.
Matt, your selection.
It's Trev.
Oh, okay.
Typical.
I have not heard
So
a
typical.
Jacoby.
He's been protecting Trev for 5 years.
I've not heard a Jacoby, a Parker, an ETN. All right, we'll
His
get into
balls
this.
are different in person.
Coming up, XL Primetime. Here comes the judge.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care. Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
It may be winter in Northeast Florida, but it's one of the most important times to protect your lawn. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. Their winterizer strengthens roots and improves cold tolerance. Pre-emergent treatments stop spring weeds before they ever start. What that means is you set the stage for a thicker, greener lawn when spring arrives. Call today to schedule your winter lawn treatment with Jillington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 100-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX20 and get $20 off. That's right, carry on delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX20 for $20 off a 100-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
If you're thinking about getting a new roof sometime this year, Endless Summer Roofing can help. I'm Claudia, owner of Endless Summer Roofing. Stronger materials, expert installation, real peace of mind. A new roof isn't just an upgrade. It's the primary source of protection for your family home. Visit endlesssummerroofing.com for a free inspection today, and I'll make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Endless Summer Roofing. Protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. ChadandSandy.com or 904-414-6200.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Here comes the judge. Order in the court. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
So this is where we make a determination on XL Primetime as to who will be named the offensive MVP.
Let Joe catch his breath.
Now this requires me, because I had to run. I had to run get my wig and make sure that I'm all set.
Well, while you're doing that, shout out to our boys Tony D's, who once again comes through with an amazing grandma pizza.
Matt lost
paid
the
for
bet.
by Matt. Thank you very much. But you guys at Tony D's, spectacular pie once again.
Just phenomenal.
And Coach Campo came in and cut a spot for him.
Yeah, I hear him like every day. He loves it. He would have done that for free, probably.
Well, after he came in the other day, he went to Tony D's.
Of course.
Just to get him.
He's
a
like, if
bite
I'm coming
to eat.
home to Jack's, I'm gonna have to hit it up.
Yeah. All right. So here we
All right,
go.
robe is on.
Can't believe I missed him.
Please watch this on YouTube if you can, because Joe is in a robe. He's got his 1740s wig on, his gavel. All right.
All right. It is time now. As we begin, here comes the judge. We say thanks to Campione Law. They are champions for justice, and they certainly will help you if you find yourself in front of a wigged man like me. You need to make sure that you got the right people representing you so you don't go behind bars. Make sure you check out CampioneLaw.com. They're just steps away from the Duval County Courthouse, and they got offices in the AUG as well, so they can definitely take care of you across the First Coast. So, Big Sirs representing Cole Van Lannon. And by the way, you that are not members of the jury, but you're right now in the courtroom, you can vote as well. So you can let us know who you would have as your offensive MVP, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Big Sirs, begin your argument.
Well, Your Honor, I picked Cole Van Lannon because oftentimes offensive linemen aren't appreciated, all right?
You've already made an excellent point.
They're unappreciated. And this guy, a Green Bay native, went to Wisconsin, 6th-round pick. Means, unless you know right then and there, Wisconsin, Pittsburgh, that's hard-had lunch.
We're all man's men here,
all
right?
They just go to work. All
I
right?
object, Your Honor. We don't need any yelling from the peanut
He's
gallery.
got props. He's got hacker help.
What is it, Your Honor? We got a hostile.
Already.
I haven't gotten to the point why you should be the MVP.
I can object.
Yes, of course you can.
Especially if hackers in the peanut gallery screaming.
Just because you brought lunch doesn't mean you can keep interrupting.
You give people power, bro. They abuse it, man. So, Van Lannon, all right? Wasn't much expected out of Van Lannon going into training camp. Just going to be another guy, a little swing guy, unimportant that we thought. This guy's played in 15 games, okay? 9 games down the stretch, he played 4 different positions. 4 down the stretch, all right? He's played everything except center. And it's been effective. No drop-off. Listen, anytime a coach can move you in and out of different positions like that, I mean, that's trust. That's ultimate trust, especially when we were in the 8-game win streak to put them in the games and don't blink an eye. The last 4 games, left tackle. Outside of quarterback, second most important position probably on your team. Played so well, got a contract, an extension in the middle of the season. That's love. That's respect. That's trust. Van Lannon is my Jacksonville Jaguar MVP.
Let me just tell you something right now. Leon Searcy is suited and booted in this courtroom, okay? That was well stated. Case closed, he said. No follow-up, redirect, or anything. Matt Hayes, you have chosen the obvious. In Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. As
I don't like the judge doing that, but I worked for him.
Let me do that. I'll do that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Leon. I was hoping. But anyway, the quarterback.
You're completely showing your bias.
Has been selected.
This court is out of order.
That's your suggestion for MVP. Please, sir.
Well, let me just start with Leon Searcy's own words. The second most important position on the field.
Excellent point.
Because the most important position on the field is the quarterback spot.
Took your own words and used it against you.
I'm not done using Leon Searcy's own words, okay? The most important position on the field is the quarterback spot. Is Trevor Lawrence, of course. So when you have career highs in touchdown passes, career high average yards per attempt, the ball's going down the field, okay? Career highs in total touchdowns, 9 rush touchdowns, 38 total touchdowns, all while being sacked a career high 41 times. What does that point to, by the way? The career high 41 sacks given up.
Sacks a quarterback stat.
0 in 4 games he started at left tackle, Your Honor.
Sacks a quarterback stat.
You've got the most important position on the field, playing his best that he's played in 5 years. This coming, by the way, after an offseason where it was clear there were some nervous people, not only in the city, but in that building, okay? You better believe they were. Because if you get to year 5 and your guy doesn't take off, you've got a huge $275 million anchor around your neck.
That's a pretty big monster.
Your Honor, I object, Your Honor. I said
you object about what?
Trevor would get 39 touchdowns, and you said I was crazy at the beginning of the season. So don't use the stat now to your advantage.
Well, he had 38 total, and if I could remind counsel, he said 39 touchdown passes.
Allegedly.
Duly noted. Let's move on. All right. So we've got to make a decision on those two, even though neither one of you guys chose Travis Etienne in a contract year who stepped up in a big way. And not only did he run the football, he caught the football and got in the end zone. We didn't mention Parker Washington or Jacoby Myers.
Parker Washington was my number 2.
Yeah, mid-season acquisition. Those two were ballers, to say the least, on the offensive side of the ball. This is a tough one. It really is, because Cole Van Lanen was about as versatile and needed in a pinch to step in and do multiple things.
He's making you feel good right now.
Your Honor.
Before he drops the hammer.
Trevor Lawrence plays one position. Van Lanen has played 4.
Whoa, I like that.
I like that.
A
That's
little
another
sneak
good one.
attack closing argument.
Go ahead and say Van Lanen and see what happens.
It is excellent, the point that you're making, that they asked him to do multiple things, and he said, I got this, and he was able to step up and do it every single time. But the one thing that is pretty obvious, and it shouldn't be lost on anybody, the quarterback is the most important position. But Trevor, in the first half of the year, didn't necessarily deliver and operate the way you needed your quarterback to operate. In the second half, things started to click, and he started to put together some unbelievable.
I do believe he was Bambi in the first month of the season.
Yes.
Getting up and getting in that end zone for a giant win at the time against the Chiefs.
While I think it is a solid kick-ass argument that Cole Van Lanen is the MVP on the offensive side, I have to go with a guy that was under center every single game.
His balls are different in person, and now we all know.
I rule. Trevor Lawrence, offensive MVP. And I feel like it could be a co-3 MVP with the other 3 that we mentioned. Van Lanen, Parker.
Really?
and
You're that
Jacoby.
high on Van Lanen?
Yeah.
I understand why
was a
he is,
great
because he's an
argument.
offensive lineman. I get that.
Yeah. All right. Now, that is in. You guys can agree, disagree, 641-1010. Let's keep it going. Champions for Justice as we argue. Defensive MVP coming up.
Here comes the judge. Litigated by Campione Law. Champions for Justice. XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 14th, 1951, the NFL held its very first Pro Bowl in the LA Coliseum, where Otto Graham was named the MVP.
The new year is the perfect time to finally get organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to home offices, entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and more. Beautiful, functional storage for any space, lifestyle, and budget. Start the new year strong with 40% off plus an extra 15% off, free installation, and 18-month special financing. Schedule your free in-home consultation. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Coen flowers, floral, or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Coen Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at CoenFlowers.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Join the movement at the Foundation 5000, Saturday, January 17th at UF Health in St. Augustine. The Community 5K supports the UF Health St. John's Foundation Care Connect mobile outreach and clinic, delivering vital medical care to those who need it most. Run or walk with 96 Olympian Keith Brantley, or come enjoy the Asian market, open to runners and non-runners alike. Sign up today at runsignup.com. Search Foundation 5000.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills, drops, and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Are you taking weight loss drugs or medication that's making your hair fall out? Whether you're frustrated with results from treatments that just don't work, or you no longer have the fuller, thicker hair that you once had, there's a better way. Our hair restoration solutions have helped literally over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Ready to grow your hair back and have permanent, natural, and guaranteed results? For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up, and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
We keep the courtroom open for business with Here Comes the Judge. Brought to you by Campione Law as we argue the defensive MVP. We have plenty of reaction on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We will get to a few of those coming up here in just a second. But court is back in session, and now we move to the defensive side of the football. And I have tasked these two individuals with picking a candidate on both sides of the ball and argue their case as MVP. Leon Searcy, the defensive side of the ball. Who are you arguing?
Foyer Luakon. The pillar of consistency. Okay.
I like that.
You're talking about a new defensive coordinator that comes into Jacksonville. Has to have somebody that he trusts. Experienced veteran. Gets all the guys. Because the middle linebacker sets the table for everybody to eat.
He does.
Defensive front, back end of the defense, and his experience helps the guys that are around him. So I was going to go with Devin Lloyd. But I went with the guy who's been steady.
All right, so begin your case, and let's see what type of argument you come up with for Foyer.
Well, I mean, the consistency, he's the captain. He sets the table for everybody to eat. I mean, a little down in as far as his tackles go this season, but he's, because he's used to getting over 100 the last couple, last couple of years. He had 3 years in a row where he actually had 100 tackles or more. Down this year, had 69. Year before, had 60. But I just like that you get a veteran guy. You got a new defensive coordinator. You have to trust this guy. And Foyer Luakon delivered the goods in their times of needs. Wasn't flashy.
Right.
Wasn't flashy in any perspective, but he was, I keep saying, he was a pillar of consistency throughout the year, and that's why he's my MVP.
I'll tell you what, he has been that guy for a long period of time here, that's for sure, and an unsung hero in a lot of ways. All right, so the argument for Foyer Luakon as the defensive MVP is up for discussion. Matt Hayes, who have you selected?
So it's easy to say Devin Lloyd. I mean, 81 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 7 passes defended, 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
The interception return for a touchdown against the Chiefs that might have been the turning point of the season. Just it's easy to say that. I'm not going with him. My defensive MVP is Anthony Campanile.
Oh,
wow.
That's who mine is. Okay?
I don't know if we can allow that.
Because we got Andrew Wingard, career season. Devin Lloyd, career season. Antonio Johnson, career season. Monteric Brown, career season. Jarian Jones, career season. Jordan Lewis, career season before he got hurt. Devon Hamilton played his best, right?
Devon was a man in the middle.
Eric Armstead played much better than last year.
Yeah. I think
this defense unlocked guys to play more freely and to play at their ceiling. And that's when you get the 31 turnovers. That's when you get this idea of they become a turnover machine and they play with more confidence out there and they get off the field more, although they didn't against the Bills in the fourth quarter. My MVP for the defense is Anthony Campanile. Because if you're going to put Campanile against the lead guitarist,
Cheap Trick, Rick Nielsen.
Ryan Nielsen, yeah, it's not even close, man.
Listen, it's an exotic, creative, out-of-the-box argument, but I will rule on behalf of the guy that puts the uniform on and wears it every single game, Foye Oluokun versus Anthony Campanile. It's Oluokun, okay? I'm ruling
it's a bad decision
in Leon Cersei's favor because of what he just popped in and said. Most valuable
players
play
the game.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll bring the cheap trick guitarist back to
No, you let him
run the show. Okay?
Stay on tour. Let him whatever the hell he's doing.
Now, Bush Drive Rich agrees with you. He says Anthony Campanile is the defensive MVP. Whatever he did to unlock the potential of Lloyd and Johnson, phenomenal. And what he needs, give him what he needs and stay in Duval to unlock others. I'm with you. Campanile was as good as we have seen as a coordinator since Capers, Big Sirs. No,
Yeah.
we could go back to Smitty.
99, Dom Capers was the best acquisition for the Jaguars.
I mean, Buster had 12 pass defended.
Yeah.
12.
Buster, I'm telling you, they honestly, if we did a separate one, the ACOY, Assistant Coach of the Year, I would easily go Campanile as that guy. But MVP is MVP. And you chose to move past Devin Lloyd. You were aggressive there, okay, as the columnist. You were trying to come up with a different angle.
Wonderful
of attack.
argument. Wonderful. Outstanding argument.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. It was good.
Sidetracked me a little bit.
Yeah. Like I said, every player on that defense that you rattled off needs to send Campanile Christmas cards.
I'm curious to think. We're in chambers now. We're no longer out in the court. It's just we're in chambers.
Now we can sit back. And
I'm curious to think what you would have said had I gone with the Devin Lloyd argument.
It would have been a very solid argument because Foye Oluokun, if I'm looking at Leon's numbers, I'm simply saying, and he admitted it in his argument, numbers were down tackle-wise versus before. A season ago, he had a sack, a pick. He had some of the things that we didn't necessarily see him do this year, but he still was a badass, okay? He still did so many good things on the defense side, but I had to gone with Lloyd. Because Lloyd, and you said it in your argument when you chose to go past him, that pick against Mahomes was an extinguisher. It led them to, what was it, 3 losses at that point.
Might have been the turning point of the season, actually.
Yeah. Well, the turning point for, I still believe we could argue.
Just to make them believe that they could do it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because we said there's so many different ways to look at segments of this season.
Many moments, yeah.
In the beginning, you're like, holy crap, they're 3-1. Who would have imagined they just beat the Chiefs? That's Mahomes that they just beat, on and on and on. Then you need a Devon Hamilton blocked pass of Geno Smith to avoid losing to the Raiders. And then, of course, like we said, pantsed against the Rams. You had to go to OT against Arizona and Vegas. And so at that point, you're like, this is weird. This ain't working. And then all of a sudden they take off, shot out of a cannon after the loss to the Houston Texans.
I'll give you one. The two guys we would have been arguing there was Foye and Devin Lloyd. They both might be gone.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting right now trying to figure it out. Foye, I believe, was one of the better free agent acquisitions for this football team. He falls in line with a handful of other middle linebackers or interior linebackers that you have seen here.
But he is a free agent now, right?
Yeah. Like Mike Pete came here as a free agent. It was a hell of a signing.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, and Paul Posluszny, a hell of a signing.
He's played really well, no doubt.
And so this guy would fall in that category, that's for sure. And so you guys keep it going as far as who you would have on either side of the ball. Special teams capital of the world. field. I think that was a no-brainer, so we really didn't need to argue that one. But
It's got to be Ross Madison.
It's got to be Ross Madison.
Yeah.
He's the all-pro.
He is the all-pro.
I mean, come on.
But
he didn't miss a kick in the playoffs.
He didn't miss a kick. Right. I mean, that's...
But you honestly have 4
After
candidates.
he wore a Dior sweater the week before.
You have 4 candidates, okay? Because you have Little,
Parker Washington.
you have
comes before
Little,
the fall,
Cook,
JJ.
and then you got to put Parker in there. There's no question about that as far as what he did. And then even training camp Trammell was mentioned on the text line.
Sign him again, by the way.
Yeah.
He got signed again.
Yeah, at least they brought him back. They're
Yeah.
going to keep developing.
Yep.
And Westside Charles says, "Thanks for making me laugh today, fellas. I took the loss harder than I expected, so it took a moment." So that's what we are here for. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. It's the secret sauce of a successful football team.
This is a special group of men.
Each week, Superior Plumbing spotlights the special teams player of the game.
It was complete domination in all 3 phases.
That's how you win football games.
On 1010XL.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
Discover the fun and freedom of boating. Don't miss the Jacksonville Boat Show, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. Presented by ViStar Credit Union. Tickets at boatjacks.com. That's boatjacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to floridahomeac.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The good guys needed a run late to give them a chance at advancing, and ETN would be the one to lead them. In the fourth quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the teal and black back for a 14-yard touchdown, giving the team a 24-20 lead with 4:03 left in regulation. The ETN score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
Hi, Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bregan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
David Garrard here, and once again, I'm reporting good news about how good my knees are doing following PRP treatment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For an old quarterback like me, my knees are in great shape.
You don't have to be a celebrity or a professional athlete to appreciate the everyday personal attention you'll receive at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. For any orthopedic need, call on the pros at SOS.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Miami Dolphins have requested an interview with Jaguars defensive coordinator Anthony Campanile for their head coaching job. In his first year as a coordinator, the Jags defense led the NFL in rush defense and were only the third team since 2000 to not allow an opposing rusher to reach 75 yards in a single game. 60 degrees at 101, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
Time to talk a little CFP on XLP as we get closer and closer to that natty Monday night. We enjoyed talking Jag Ball. We're going to get right back to it coming up in just a bit. Plenty of reaction on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures when it comes to the offensive and defensive MVP for your Jacksonville Jaguars. We are hanging out on a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ. So let's get into this college football playoff. One half of this show is heavily invested in this football game, okay? Heavily invested.
I would say as a Miami hater, Matt is always also invested.
Well, I'm heavily invested in it because I have to – it's my job.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Three-fourths.
Actually, three-fourths of this.
And then
he didn't hear what I said.
Yeah.
I heard what you said.
Yeah, because you're a Miami hater right now. And then that made it 4-4 because I don't really need a natty in the state, okay? Another natty
especially you'd have to deal with us every single day.
Yeah, exactly. In the Sunshine State.
That's so
now,
beautiful.
Decided underdogs, but that don't mean anything. All right, so let's hear some music. Let's talk about what this thing is looking like. There is no question about it that Indiana 100% mollywop Oregon in a way that I don't think too many of us expected. Did we expect them to beat them?
I picked them to mollywop them.
Did you say mollywop? Did you say 56-22? Okay.
No,
there are
not like
different
that.
versions.
I think I picked like 41-17.
Did you really?
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Honestly, you did say they were going to work them, but I'm just thinking, I did not see that coming. You're talking about a game that was a 2-score game, but a reasonable game the last time these two went head-to-head. Bottom line is they crushed Dan Lanning and his dream out there. And Phil Knight's getting older and older. He's like, what do I got to do? Another paint scheme? Come on, man.
Another uniform combination.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to crown them?
Yeah. Well, I'm just, I guess more than anything else, Big.
Yes.
I'm impressed with
I expect that from you.
I'm impressed with what they've looked like to this point. Now, counter me and kind of give me an idea of how you're approaching this football game. And here we are 5 years.
Yeah, I want to hear this too, honestly, because I would like to see. Give me an idea of why it's going to be a.
We're
really
not
good
Oregon.
game.
We're not those teams that you just mentioned.
Okay.
That for one.
Right.
For two, we're bigger, faster, physical, more physical. We all know what this narrative that Indiana is going to be the more physical team. Since when? So, I mean, did you not see the road that Miami had to go through? I mean,
well, you did pick off Ohio State as a.
That's their common opponent.
Yeah.
Yes, common opponent, absolutely.
Yeah, and you did pick them off, and
Miami
also
beat them by worse than Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana should have went to overtime with Ohio State. That kicker missed a chip shot at the end.
Yeah, low-scoring game.
I know we're going to get a good game.
Right.
I believe we're going to get a good game. This narrative that Miami's going to get the doors blown off. Okay.
I don't agree with that at all.
Okay.
No, I don't agree. No, I don't think Miami's going to get those
Matt
scores.
or Joe, Leon doesn't believe you.
I don't know. I think I heard you say that Miami's in trouble.
Yeah, we have texts
we've got
to
texts.
prove.
Yeah, Matt Hayes, we got texts.
That Miami is going
That
to
was like a little. And by the way, it is GIF, not Jeff.
Yeah, and that was a bar.
That was a little gift that I sent.
It's Jeff.
No, the guy in the text line.
Oh,
just said
this
it's-
guy
Again,
doesn't know
hey,
nothing.
I'm going with him. Okay.
Yeah, we treat the text line as the Bible, but not
Yes,
all
we
the
do.
time.
Not when
Okay?
they're
Not when it doesn't work
going
for your
against
argument.
us.
Right.
Exactly. Not all the time.
Yeah, because I think Matt Hayes sent like,
That was
sorry,
just a funny little gift. is
sorry,
all it
you
was.
boys are in trouble.
Oh yeah,
You
after
remember that?
during the
What was
Oregon
it? It was
game.
like the Simpsons kid, and he was like in this with this terrified look on his face, and it said somebody said something like Miami is what? Miami when it sees Indiana is the next team, and I just said you guys might have a problem. That's all I said.
Hey, you never know. First time participant for Indiana in
Yeah.
the biggest of ball games,
Yeah.
accomplishing something that they thought in that area in Bloomington.
He also said we might have to try
Impossible.
again in 2026.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. That doesn't mean it's a rout.
Nobody is beating them. Sorry, boys.
Right. That doesn't mean it's a rout.
And so here's the deal, okay? If you're looking for hope, and I know what you're dialed in
Well,
on.
Leon said next I have to read. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he goes, Matt says, during or right after the game or as the beatdown's happening, he said, nobody's beating them. Sorry, boys. And Leon goes, if you weren't in the abyss in the picks, then maybe you would have an argument. All caps, go Canes. If you don't know, Matt is dead last in the picks contest.
DAL,
Matt
but
takes
I'm trying to catch him again.
He takes back so.
What's your point? I don't know, man.
So yes, you didn't say it would be a beating, but you would sound pretty confident.
We could have a show just by
That's
reading
just
our
your
text
opinion,
string.
Let's
man.
not do that.
Yeah, it's just your opinion, man.
And that's
All right,
see that's crazy. I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about text because you can't interpret the emotion that what the
Exactly.
person is saying.
Exactly. Okay, so the emotion of one Fernando Mendoza when Ruben Bain is breathing down his neck. That honestly has to be one of the major pieces of this. Corey Heatherman has done a very good job as a defensive coordinator. Mario, for what it's worth, has had to go through two coordinators on both sides of the ball. Okay, the first guy on offense didn't work out. Now Shannon Dawson is Gidry gone, and now obviously the Heatherman hire has proven to be a pretty damn good one. And what will he be able to dial up?
Well, I mean, it's good on good. It's great on great. I mean, both teams got solid offensive line, outstanding running games. You got two quarterbacks who are just feeling themselves right now. Mendoza is the Heisman Trophy winner. You know, so I just think it's going to be a classic battle. I think it's going to be a fourth quarter game, and I think last person touch the ball wins. That's my assessment of what the game is going to be.
I would not shy away from that. I think that's a very. I wouldn't be shocked at all if last team with the ball wins.
Okay, so that's a one-score game, not blow the doors off of it.
I don't think they're going to blow the doors off. No.
It's going to be, I believe, for Miami, more chances taken on offense than Mario is used to. He's going to have to get a little uncomfortable.
You think?
Well, because they don't do it that way necessarily.
I think they're going to run the ball and play defense.
Yeah, I me too. Because I don't want to see your shiny toys better than my shiny toy. I want us to run the ball, play action, play solid defense.
You can't get into a tempo game with them.
Well, what I'm simply saying is that can Miami slow it down with Fletcher? They have done it. They did it to Ohio State. It's not like they can't do that. They have the ability. They have a badass front line. They have a really good running game with Mark Fletcher leading the charge. And then Malachi Toney can jet sweep it whenever he needs to. So there's a lot of things that they can do. But I'm just simply trying to figure out if they do have to score quickly and they put Beck in a little stress, is how is he going to answer? How is he going to respond? That's what I'm looking for as far as the storyline goes.
Well, I mean, obviously.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at the two teams that had the best shot to beat Indiana this year, and that was Ohio State and Iowa. They both ran the ball and played good defense.
Yeah,
and I don't think you can get into a situation where you can. And I said this earlier this week. When you're in this point in the season, NFL playoffs, college football playoffs, every play matters. Yeah. Every play. There are no wasted plays.
No.
So you can't have like flea flicker like they tried against Ole Miss. You can't do things like that.
Right.
So and I think you're in a situation right now where the idea is to keep their defense on the field. Because if you get in third and plus, like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, their defense rushing the passer is nasty. Nasty.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all you got to do is look at what happened with Dante Moore at both times they played him.
And but by the way, they tried to break him in half this last game, and came close to doing it. They made him look silly to the point where he had that. Remember the Jameis throw?
The Canes cannot get into 3rd and plus. No way, or they're in problems. That's why you got to run the ball because I think you can run on them.
And the Canes run the ball better than anybody has in the playoffs.
How do you pronounce this dude's name? Duckway? Duckway. And so that's going to be one of the guys. It's Bain, Duckway, those guys that are pressuring the passer. Who's going to win those one-on-one battles against the tackles? It is.
And they're out their number 1 rusher. Stephen Daly was hurt like a month and a half ago.
Him's be pretty good. Yeah.
But Daly was their guy.
Yeah.
He's like a legit NFL player. Which that's another thing too that I think people don't understand. It's not like there's this is like some magical thing that they've got dudes all over the field on that team that are going to play in the NFL.
Well, it's like we've talked about. They are older dudes too.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
There are
older
now.
teams everywhere. I mean, there's Pounds is going to be a top
losing their
75 pick.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Mendoza, obviously Surratt, obviously Cooper. They've got 3 defensive linemen. Aiden Fisher's a terrific linebacker who's going to play a long time in the NFL. They got dudes in that team, man.
Didn't he bring a lot of his guys from James Madison with him too?
He ranked 13.
Yeah,
and
he
there's
brought
7
a handful
left,
of them.
and I think 5 are starters.
Did you know? Fun fact: Corey Heatherman was the defensive coordinator under Signetti at James Madison.
That's pretty cool. That's a nice. And so just on that discussion alone, who has the upper hand? Who knows the weaknesses? Who knows those little pinch points where you can maybe bait one of those guys into doing something that they don't think they're going to be baited
Who
into
has
doing.
the whole game script?
Yeah.
Maybe taken from a software.
Oh God.
That they have access to.
Of course.
I'm just saying, it's been online discourse has been going on about maybe Indiana has the upper hand.
Online discourse.
Yeah, I've seen it talked about.
Lunatics.
Does Signetti, does he have a coaching tree that ties him back to Belichick? Is that what you're saying right
Or
now?
Harbaugh. I don't know. Listen, everybody laughed about the Michigan rumors as well. Just saying.
And
watch out.
You could take Signetti back to Nick Saban and Saban back to Belly. You never know.
Sorry, had to do it.
I also think that when Signetti was at JMU, he had a completely different quarterback than he has now. He had more of a kind of dual threat guy, and that doesn't mean that Mendoza can't run and take off and get those yards because he can. He's just got a legit thrower right now, and he's got 3 legit receivers: Surratt, Cooper, and Becker is the one that I think that everybody forgets. That guy can get deep. That's.
And Miami does not have Xavier Lucas for the first half because he got a targeting.
Miami
What
has
a rule,
to get
by
pressure
the
on
way.
him. If he sits back there and is able to throw, they're in trouble.
It's one thing to get kicked out of a game,
but for the next game,
the next half,
that's crazy.
And by the way, they got the 2 targeting calls backwards, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Ole Miss guy stayed in the game.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it if it's like the last play in the 4th quarter or something. This was like in the 3rd quarter.
Also, here's another thing too. I mean, they got at some point they got to say it's got to be blatant.
Yeah.
With intent.
He's got to be trying to hurt the guy for you to kick somebody out of a game.
He's trying to tackle it.
And by the way, every time a receiver or runner, whomever, has the ball and they know contact's coming, what's the first thing they do?
Lower their head.
They dip the head.
Yes.
And so we talk about it with Gio all the time as far as the defensive guy gets blamed for it. Offensive guy is the one who basically curls up and then boom, you got helmet on helmet. All right. So college football playoff. We're down to the natty. It's 8.5, 9 points right now. We will keep the conversation going with that over the next 2 days of this week and then into Monday with the national championship being played Monday night at Hard Rock Stadium. Back to you, Jags. And I was wrong Wednesday. We got that coming up on XLP thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Bone crunching, field flipping, game-changing plays. After the game, catch the superior fence and rail defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Discuss the beautiful game. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Get an hour of soccer talk Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hey, poker players and sports fans. It's cold outside, but the action is hot inside. Turn game day into payday at Aces Sports Bar inside Best Bet St. Augustine. Catch all the playoff football and college basketball on our big screens and play your hand at the tables. Plus, score $100 for touchdowns during selected pro football games and $500 every 30 minutes at the table games. Get all the exciting details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Josh Hines Allen was spectacular for the Teal and Black in the wild card round. The star defensive end recorded 4 tackles against Buffalo, and he would also deliver a sack. It was the most fun he's had this year, and it was a joy being able to watch him. And he's your Superior Fence and Rails Defensive Player of the Game.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit AwakenOne80weightloss.com.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bio Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bio Orthopedics or log on at bioorthopedics.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Rocking along. Cooler Wednesday. I guess that's what we should expect in the month of January. We're treating some great weather, that's for sure. A little colder tomorrow, but we say thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Make sure you check them out if you want to head out. They got the practice area wide open for you, the range program, where you can enjoy working on your game. Believe it or not, it's therapeutic. Of course, you can get out there and play. 287-play. Set up a tee time and go enjoy some golf at the Golf Club of Southampton. And we've been enjoying the conversation today, both with the college football playoff down to the national championship game. Maddie will be down there on Monday day and then Monday night for the game. Big Sur is now chosen not to jinx himself or the team by changing your routine.
Yeah, stakes are too high, bro.
Yeah,
Too high.
I dig it. I dig it. And is it? Am I to understand that Mario said don't change a thing either?
We don't want you here.
Did he call you off?
No, he didn't call me off. He doesn't know about the streets.
He's waving
he
off,
doesn't know
But if
about
he
the
did.
Yeah, but if he did.
All right, he said, you keep doing. You keep being you.
Don't care. Mario don't care about you.
Nah,
Dude, I saw parking passes for $700.
Okay,
Really?
$745 for a parking pass.
Okay, so we got to get back to the Jags, but the question was posed. The question was posed. Would you be willing to fork over $3,000 for one of the worst seats in the building?
And it's more than that, but yeah, about that.
Yeah, it's about that.
For the cheap seats.
Cheap seats.
And that's
$3,000.
before they charge you with all those like
hit you with the fees.
Yeah, so it's probably like $3,500.
So would you be willing to do that?
Me? No, I don't have the funds for that.
I know,
if I did, I would be there on Monday. No.
But it does come down to, do I just like to overspend?
All right, you want the lowest get in?
Yeah.
You want the get in right now?
Yeah.
$29.90.
Okay, so $3,000. Yeah, so
and it goes all the way up to
it's outrageous.
No, if I had the money for that and I didn't, well, whatever. I'll just make an announcement on the air right now. If I didn't have a child coming into the world, yeah,
hit of that.
Officially,
hit of that.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
I've been hiding it from the listeners for a couple months, but Blake is pregnant. It's due in July. We don't know the sex yet. Congrats to us. But anyway, if I didn't have something that big, to save up money for, I really probably would be there on Monday.
And wait till you have that
debt.
beautiful La Selva come into this world. You'll drop $3,000 for a stuffed animal for that kid
exactly.
a little bit later on.
Bro,
in
you
life.
ready for this?
By the way, that kid has not seen or been part of a loss since it's still in the mother. But since it's been around, we haven't lost.
Yeah,
Think about that.
I dig it. I saw.
Do I need to name it Mario?
I saw,
Boy or girl?
Oh yes. Mario, the middle name, something like that.
Kane.
But I saw Duval Doom. He did the same.
Cain and Abel.
Duval Doom did the same kind of thing you're talking about. They had a brand new baby come into the world, and they said this. They would hold the kid up like a Lion King. This kid has never seen an L. Of course, this was going in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, into the game.
Now it has
on Sunday, which
Kane is he murdered his brother, but other than
we
that,
can't name him.
No, you can't.
Let's not go
If it's a son,
biblical
he's
here.
gonna have my name. I'm the junior. He's gonna move. We've already decided. So
all right. So let's real quick the high number ticket. Just it's a club seat, okay?
Is it?
Give me your best guess.
$30,000.
Leon?
This is Miami.
It's a club seat, first row club seat.
50.
$50,000, you're saying? Joe?
12.
$39,882.
I was close.
That is just ridiculous.
And that's not. There's the next one.
This cannot be real.
The next one's $28,750, then $23,469, then 23, then 22, then 22, 22. It's not like that's like the outlier.
Well,
yeah, they're all
21,
like
21, 21, 20, 20,
Well, the Hard
20.
Rock should be ashamed of themselves, to be quite honest with you. Because they
Well,
gave those tickets to those brokers.
Right,
Yeah,
and
this
they
is
elevated them.
exactly. This is the secondary market,
Yes.
and they're stealing money out of Hoosiers' huts. Okay,
Well, and no regular Miami fan will be able to
it's
be
just
at
gonna
them.
be. It's just gonna be those South Beachers.
Or
They're all
it'll
gonna
be.
go.
There's Miami fans with money now. I mean, they're going to
Plenty.
be there, but the regular Joes like me are just not. Even though I was sitting in a box,
Right, there'll
for
be
the
a lot
Notre Dame
more.
game.
There'll be a lot more
You were
food.
big- you
By
were
the
big
way,
time.
Yeah.
why can't you get in that box? Does Danny not
I
have that
haven't
box?
asked. I don't want to ask him if I can go to the national title.
Does he not get that
would be
box for that
rude.
game? Maybe he doesn't get the box.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. We'll see.
You gotta ask.
That would be
It's
rude.
Wednesday, bro. You have to ask.
I'm not going to force myself there because he would say yes.
guess what? I'm texting him.
No, don't do it.
How do you not?
I would feel out of place. He asked me before the season, what's one game you want to go to? And I told him Notre Dame. He didn't say, do you want to come to the national championship?
Right, but I'm pretty sure you didn't think
couldn't
they
look
were gonna
that
be the national
deep into the
championship.
future.
No, I'm saying when he was in here
Even
the
with
other
Malachi
day.
Tony, when he was screaming about Malachi Tony.
I'm saying
before
when
the
he was
season
in here
began.
the other day, he didn't ask. So I'm not going to do that. I'm a dad now. I respect other dads.
All right, many congratulations flying in for JJ off the
Nice.
which is nice because it's a big time deal, that's for sure. And he's already shown us some of the pictures, the Sano pictures and whatnot, looking good. We don't.
I didn't mean to steal the show.
We don't know if there's a still
you
on
did.
the apple yet. Yeah,
Good for you. Good
Yeah,
for Blake.
exactly.
Here it is, Mariana.
That is beautiful.
You can work with it. And there's nothing better than a dad finds out that it's going to be a daughter, and he just says, "I don't care. My name needs to be in there
George
somewhere."
Foreman.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Georgette. Honestly, think of all the dudes' names that became female names. Danielle, Georgette.
Yeah.
You can go on
Danielle,
and on.
my sister's name.
And Blake could go either way.
Oh yeah.
So
a lot like when Blake sends something, like when people are like reading her name, they always think it's a guy before they see her.
And then you have to look at the spelling of certain ones.
Yeah.
Jamie, as an example.
Aaron.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Wait, do Jamies as a girl?
Some of them are like,
EY instead of IE.
Or JAIME.
Yeah,
that type of stuff.
JAIME like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't know where the hell we're going.
Neither do
But
I.
let's
Sorry.
get back real quick. I got to at least work something in here that's semi-sports related. So just a couple of more from the presser today with Jimmy Gladstone's, Liam Coen, both of those guys, kind of giving you an idea of what the future looks like going forward. The Brenton Strange, Parker Washington combo. These are two dudes that you would have to assume are going to be looking at extension talk. So Jimmy Gladstone was asked the question, what about that? The conversation with both of those guys, 85 for Brenton Strange and Parker Washington. Where are you at?
You know what? I think we'll take the time here. Obviously, it's all preliminary discussions at this point in time. And probably premature to truly dive in. Got to wait until we hit that full 3-year mark with a new league year. But nonetheless, I think both Brenton and Parker are people that we feel like align strongly with how we want to move forward.
Yeah, you pay me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not. Listen, as a player, it's not my job for you to find the money. It's my job to ask. So, I mean, Parker Washington, listen, had a phenomenal year this year. You got to get that man paid. And you already paid Jacoby in the season.
Yeah.
You know.
You paid Cole Van Lannon and Jacoby.
That part.
And so if the fact that you did 2 deals in the season for one that you just recently acquired and the other one who just recently stepped up and became, who is that dude? His name's Cole Van Lannon. And
By the way, he got a really nice deal for being a swing tackle 2 months ago.
It's
like
interesting.
A really nice deal.
Okay, so another question. Would you rather see that deal go down or late last year when Balky rewards Walker Little with a contract extension?
I didn't like either one of them, actually.
Well, I think they're both not above criticism, which is fine. But the fact that Cole Van Lannon did get a tender offer, came in, was not 100% healthy to start or preseason, you can say.
Right.
And then the dude was just on go, ready. The cross-training, the ability to do everything, and as Leon argued, profoundly on the here comes the judge earlier, left tackle, and then you counted him beautifully.
I was just going to say losingly.
Second most important
profoundly
position
and losingly
on the team. For him to step in, how hard is that, Leon? Honestly,
Van Lannon to step in that left tackle.
Yeah,
it's hard, bro. But if you watch both games, you can watch. If you watch the Buffalo game and watch the last game, Van Lannon, there's a clear distinction between the two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Walker Little is just.
It's not even close.
It's not even close, man. It really isn't. I mean, he gets pushed around. He gets thrown to the ground. He gets beat around. I mean, gets beat inside. Van Lannon is a lot more solid.
All right, we're gonna do.
I bet he gave up 10 pressures easy in that game.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
Easy.
We're gonna do. I was Wednesday a little bit later on, and that guy better be brought up because he also was a guy who had. All the things, all the stuff that you thought would lead to a good player.
He had a lot of tools, man.
I'm looking at Matt right now. I'm looking at Matt. So anyway, he may be brought up a little bit later on.
Matt knows ball.
That's for sure. Because he had the things, the characteristics that Leon or that Matt likes to see in a lineman. He did. He had them, but he didn't necessarily.
Big ass and big thighs.
Yeah, he didn't.
You gotta have that dog in you.
Yeah, he didn't have that
dog in you.
Yeah, and that was probably
Just
the
a blob out there. That's all.
most obvious thing. All right, we will keep it rolling. Gio rolling in. We're going to talk sports injuries. We're going to keep it going on your Jacksonville Jaguars. Back to the CFP. Plenty of thoughts on the college football playoff and whether or not Miami, as an 8+ point underdog, can either pull off the win or make it extremely interesting late Monday night for the college football championship.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Cancer Center with on-site imaging, including whole-body MRI, PET and CT scans, and mammography. Early detection is key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Money pages in your mailbox right now. Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go. Money Pages in your mailbox right now.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, the adorable chess man on the tracks.
There are two things you should ask yourself about your garage floor. How clean is it now, and how clean would you like it to be? A typical bare concrete floor doesn't just collect dirt, it makes dirt.
It is literally made of dirt.
As much as you sweep and mop, the dust and grit just never ends.
And drips from your car seep into the pores, staining the concrete forever.
A Checkmate multi-layer floor resists drips and stains. It comes in your choice of dozens of colors and sweeps up sparkling clean in just seconds.
No need to wear shoes in the garage and track dirt back in the house.
Gorgeous?
Check. Durable?
Check. Tidy enough to walk on wearing clean white socks? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monaghan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is now this Jaguar team is 13-4. Now they've got to be more consistent with it. All right, none of this one and done stuff anymore. It starts with the offseason. You got to feed the family first before you go out here and bring all these free agents in. There's a lot of guys out there on this team that you got to make decisions on if they need contracts or not. I'm thinking Parker Washington, yes. Devin Lloyd, yes. Strange, all these guys. But you got to decipher on who gets. It's like getting in line, who gets fed first. But if you take care of family first, the guys who contribute instead of bringing all these free agents in, that's how you keep your locker room.
Yeah.
But you got to pay the guys who perform.
I would love to see that proven mantra in other NFL cities finally pay off here. You draft well, you get to reward them with contracts, basically. So
yeah, I think along those lines, my golden moment is you've got just a giant decision right now with Devin Lloyd. Giant.
Yeah.
Because
it'll have to be a long-term deal.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a long-term deal. It's gonna have to be a lot of money for a guy who is an all-pro this year, but his other 4 seasons.
Well, he was miscast. Yeah. Look, this is the argument we had forever. You would defend Devin Lloyd and say just blitz him. Well, guess what? He still played better as a linebacker, doing all the things linebackers are required to do. You couldn't just say, hey, go blitz the quarterback. He needed to do those other things, and he was coached a hell of a lot better to do those other things.
Freed up, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. And he's proven.
Freed up by Anthony Campanile, the MVP of that defense.
Yeah, he speaking of freed up, nothing
Our
like
next
this guy.
guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm telling you, when Gio comes in hot, he's freed up. When he gets inside the 1010XL Palatial Studios, you just get to chill with us.
Yeah,
right,
especially
Gio?
with the curtain you guys have now.
Yeah.
So I was about to take a nap.
Yeah, this kind of feels like, and you can relax. Nice seats. You can put you can just kind of just chill and relax. But this is kind of your oasis. Admit it.
Yeah, it's this is my break time.
Okay, exactly. All right, listen, he uses his break time to help all of y'all. If you do have a sports injury question, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Jump in with a sports ache or pain, whatever it might be. Now, coming out of this past week, Gio, and I know it's hard for you to say something brand new about ACLs, but the Buffalo Bills had 2 dudes that came out of this game with ACL tears.
Really?
Yeah, Gabe Davis being one of them. And Gabe was a guy that was here, obviously.
Wasn't he with them first too?
Yeah,
and then with us. Then
he was a Buffalo. He grew up in Fernandina, was a Buffalo Bill. Came here, it did not work. Was let go by the regime going back this past year. Anyway, he tears his ACL and he is done. And you just hate hearing it when you see that.
Yeah,
stuff like
and
that.
it's unfortunate timing, right? It's at the end of the season, so now it's going to affect next season. Potentially, right? We always talk about 9 months. That puts you in September, October land, right? And I think that the studies show the average NFL player takes about, on average, 10 months. So you have some before, some after.
Right.
Plus, Gabe's almost 30 now, is he not?
He's up there probably. I would say right around there, but he only played in a little over a half dozen games, came on late. Remember, he sat out for a while before anybody picked him up. And if we remember right, Gio, his was a meniscus here that ended up being pretty significant. Anyway, gone.
Yep, unfortunate, especially timing-wise. But, you know, he didn't do much. I don't think you have in front of me 14 catches, 143 yards.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he's able to come back or not.
All right, there was Chicago Bears Saturday night. Their defensive, one of their linebackers, TJ Edwards, taken off the field in the air cast. And whenever you see that, it is just one of the worst looking things. And all the players coming up and you know, giving them their best. But air cast, broken bone, just a terrible thing when you see it.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I, as a doctor, I can't stand when someone's injured and all these players want to come by and give the pat on the back. It's like, dude, we need to get this guy
Need
back.
to get him in there?
And then like 50 people are wanting to give him high five.
Right.
It's like, let's just get him back.
Yeah.
We'll do this later.
That's a good point.
It always bothers me.
Yeah.
But saying that, you know, an air cast you put on if you think something's broken.
Right.
And it's to kind of quick stabilization until you go back and figure out what's really happening. And all these stadiums have X-rays in house, so they can get an X-ray
right
in the locker room for them. So it's pretty easy to figure out what's going on. Yeah, and he had a fractured fibula, right? So the outside of the ankle is broken. I don't know if they mentioned if he's getting surgery or not, because if it's not displaced, you don't need a surgery. But if it's moved and what we call displaced, then it will need a surgery.
Mm-hmm. All right, 641-1010. If you guys have a sports injury question, you can throw them our way. Speaking of not needing surgery, Anthony Davis, and this guy is just hurt all the time. I think we would all agree. Big Sirs, how many times did you see AD and then play a big game and then a day later he was hurt?
Street clothes.
Yeah. Exactly. That was his nickname and deserving. So Anthony Davis, ever since the trade from LA to Dallas, he still has been dealing with injuries, and it comes out that the reporting is that he's going to have surgery for an injury. And AD comes out on social, says, y'all better stop listening to all those lies on these apps. And so he's trying to avoid surgery and blaming all the misinformation. So he's injured left hand. Basically, he's been through wrist injuries, hand injuries, and would have to have a procedure to miss and would miss multiple games. Anyway, he's opting against that right now.
Yeah, I don't think they said exactly what his hand injury was.
Nope.
You know, the fact that reports came out that he was going to get surgery and then he said, no, I'm not. I wonder if he was told he needed surgery and then got a second opinion, said, maybe you don't need one. And then he decided not to get it. And that's kind of where that started.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of interesting. And they don't know. They're not saying how long he's going to be out for either.
No, I don't
think
believe
it's that new French injury, SOF.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah. With no T?
No T.
Yeah.
Wow. Why are these players so emotional? They're such easy wins.
But it was, and they get on social. Socials had that. That is the reason it's happened. But anyway, ligament damage is at the very least what they were talking about early. So
yeah. So I mean, it could be, ligament damage. A lot of times you think about the wrist, right? Like the scapholunate ligament, or what we call like a TFCC, which is in the wrist. So could be wrist. I know they say the hand, could be wrist, could be a ligament in one of the fingers also. The thumb is very commonly, there's a ligament that gets torn called a gamekeeper's thumb. So there's a couple things, a couple different ligaments that come to mind in the hand and the wrist when people have these injuries.
All right. Also in the basketball world, you've got a Kentucky player that they were pinning a lot of hopes on, Jalen Lowe, season-ending shoulder surgery as he's going to go under the knife. And apparently the way Mark Pope, the coach of Kentucky, had been talking about it is that they've been doing everything they possibly could to get this guy feeling better to where he could do some things. And when you're talking about a guy, he's a point guard, but still, you need to be able to shoot properly, elevate, do everything. Anyway, dislocated his shoulder 3 times.
Yeah, so here's the rule of thumb. You dislocate twice, it's surgical at that point, right?
Okay.
The studies show once you dislocate more than once, non-operative treatment doesn't really work. He's dislocated 3 times, so he needed surgery, 2 dislocation, one dislocation ago.
Right.
Now, saying that, you can try to play. If you wear one of those, there's shoulder braces that you can wear that limits your range of motion of the shoulder, so it doesn't get in the position where it can dislocate. However, when you wear the shoulder, you limit the motion of your arm. So like in football, if you're a linebacker, you're not raising your arm, or offensive lineman, you can probably wear it. But in a position where your arm has to go above your head to catch a ball, to shoot a ball, it's going to be much more difficult to wear that and be able to play your position. So, he got to 3 dislocations. He needed surgery before, and now he's going to bite the bullet and get it done.
All right, one more. Just love it on Bari Orthopedics. This is the old man, Fadi, okay, who is your dad and has been around for a long, long time. So one of our texters texted in, said Fadi replaced both of his hips over a year's time. First one in July, second one in November. Complete new man. Unbelievable what he was able to do. Yeah, I got 2 brand new titanium hips from Fadi, and he swears on him.
Well,
that's nice.
It's
you
nice.
need to go
Good
tell Pops that he's kicking tail.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
And it
That's
says
nice to hear.
Respect. Okay, so they love
a little
it.
respect on that, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Gio, thank you. As always, you can find Bari Orthopedics all over the city of Jacksonville, fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews. He is Dr. George Bari.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Coen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's the new year, and whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and with Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections. Watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Covering the First Coast and ready to help when you need it. That's Rebound Rehabilitation. With a dozen locations, they're easy to get to and they'll get you back in the game. Sports injury, workers' comp case, or auto accidents, you name it, they can help. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Big news. Big news in the sports media world. Our boy Michael Irvin will have a new original sports video podcast coming to Netflix starting January 19th. It will have a rotating roster of co-hosts, as well as Michael Irvin, who will be on every episode. The name of the show? The White House.
Oh, jeez.
I thought you were going to say belt to ass.
That's admitting guilt right now, however many years later. Oh, that's
The
beautiful.
White House, that's really the name of the show?
I am not joking.
It's
The
an
White House
homage.
will premiere January 19th on Netflix.
It's an homage.
That's
because-
on purpose. It has to be.
It has
Of
to be.
course.
Yeah, it's nothing but genius.
Why?
Exactly. Because it'll dig up old bones.
Yes,
without
of
the White
course
House.
it's going to dig up old bones,
Yeah.
especially with what was going on there.
There was a lot going on.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Why would you bring up those old demons?
oh, that is beautiful.
Bury those demons.
Yep. And right now he's loving life as far as what's been going on.
His celebrity is reborn.
Yeah,
Because like I'm sure there's a bunch of people, younger people watching Canes games and playoff games and being like not really knowing about Michael.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna know all about him.
And if they
January
see him,
19th.
they see him, then they can start to YouTube him and all that stuff, and just kind of see what he did do back in the day. So,
And then you'll learn about his on the field stuff. He was actually a phenomenal player.
yeah, and one.
I'm going to see if I
Tough son
can get
of
an
a gun.
episode on there, the White House. I have to call him.
That would
You should find
great.
out.
That would be sick.
God, that would be sick.
All right. Speaking of the playoffs, let's do a
Great
ukulele.
pub for 1010XL, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even gonna have to practice this.
Yeah.
Ralph, I was running.
We only have a couple minutes, and I
All
know
right.
you guys have about 1,000 things you're
I
wrong
don't know
about.
that we have been wrong a lot. Okay. Just look at my record right now. But can we just collectively agree? I actually don't even know if Leon would count in this discussion. Matt led the charge, and I probably agreed. I was about Walker Little. There's no doubt. And Cole Van Lannon proved us wrong about Walker Little.
Yeah, I kept giving Walker passes. I did. But
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy, bro.
Yeah.
And what's sad about Jay being just a guy is that he's like 6'6", 6'7".
He's a big human being.
Have you just see him on the
physically?
field?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
exactly what you
athletic at
want.
that size.
Yes, but it just doesn't translate on the field, man. He gets pushed back too often. He's out of sync. He doesn't transition well out of his stance.
But what Matt said to you earlier is it the essence of it? He has everything you want to see, but he doesn't have the dog in him.
Yeah, he doesn't, man. I remember when I felt insignificant at the Pro Bowl. Is when I saw Orlando Pace and Jonathan Ogden walk in front of me. Okay?
Yeah.
I said to myself, if I was them, their size, I'd just be slapping people just for the hell of it. Because those two guys.
Because Ogden was what, 6'7"?
6'7". Pace was 6'8", and big, fast, fluent, physical. He had all the attributes.
He didn't play that bad at guard in the 2 games he played at guard. He was a solid replacement.
Well,
I'll give him that.
Yeah, I think maybe in a desperate situation he was able to hold up, but it didn't include a pass rusher coming off the edge that would beat
no
him.
doubt.
It was
Plus,
guys
you're not paying
left and right of him that were helping.
What's he making? $15 million? Not paying $15 million for a backup guard or back swing tackle.
Yeah. So move on time. We were.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, there it is. I was wrong. Lauren Brooks joins us now. Helmets and heels getting ready to roll. Walker Little, I guess we're waving goodbye off into the sunset. Who knows whether he'll stay or not, but he lost his job.
Yeah, I mean, James said today they wanted to sign Cole so that all of their offensive linemen could return for next year. I don't know that we can 100% believe that means Walker Little will be returning with this team, but that's at least what he said earlier today. By the way, how many snaps did Cole Van Lannon take versus how many snaps did Trevor Lawrence take when it comes to your MVP conversation earlier?
How many snaps did he take? All I know is the ones he took, he was effective.
And he did it in 4 different spots.
That's right, 4 different spots.
I'm only piling on because that's who Tom McManus picked as his MVP yesterday was Cole Van Lannon,
Nice.
which was very surprising to me.
Yes.
And then I looked it up, and I think he played less than 60% of the snaps all season. So I feel like the MVP has to play more snaps than that.
Well, it's so funny because Jacoby could get the argument as well. And Jacoby
He changed
here.
the team.
Yeah, he did. And he was here half the season.
Right.
And so, yeah, impact can come in many different forms. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who would be, by the way, your rookie of the year? Since I feel like that's a trickier conversation.
Well, it's Bashal, if they would have run him more the other day, might have been the rookie of the year.
I mean, I think Tootin has to be.
Tootin has to be.
Because Travis got hurt.
Yeah.
But LaQuint Allen, that was who Tom picked, and I understand the case for that.
Quinn had a great year.
He did. And as a 7th-round pick, such impact.
Well, it's so funny because Coach Duff and I are in the press box, and we immediately both looked at each other when the turnover happened. I said, I bet that was 36. And obviously you had to wait just to see it,
Sure.
and then boom. And it was him and Buster. Both him and Buster Brown have done a lot of good work on special teams. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we will continue the conversation about the presser earlier today with Liam Coen and James Gladstone, and we'll also talk a little college football as well.
All right, sounds good. We'll be
Why
listening.
not, right?
Why not? All right, Helmets and Heels coming up. We are done. Golf Club of Southampton. We say thanks to them. 287 Play. Make sure you get on out. The new home of the Guggen. And looking forward to their reno coming up in May. 287 Play. Get on out and play some golf right now. We had a good time today. Maddie paid off a bet. Delicious pie.
2 more.
So thank you, bro. And he said more of that to come, right? Is that what he said?
2 more.
Yeah. By the way, we will be at the Avenues Ale House, which is right there at Phillips and the Avenues Mall tomorrow. So come on by and talk ball. Even though the Jaguars are not in it to win it anymore, come on by and hang with us. The Avenues Ale House tomorrow. Joe C., Maddie, Big Surse, and JJ.
XL Prime Time.